And staying in Africa, in Namibia, the government is furious over an incident at its most famous tourist spot. 3 tourists were seen posing naked at the Big Daddy Dune in the Namib desert. The behavior of the tourists have left the locals aghast, who are now demanding action. Photos and videos of the 3 men that were widely shared on social media have sparked sharp reactions. While some say the tourists did not bother anyone, that there is nothing wrong with sunbathing, others are calling the behavior sickening, saying that the privilege of traveling comes with responsibility. Our next report gets to the bottom of the naked truth.
This is the Big Daddy Dune, one of the largest dunes in Namibia's Namib desert. It's quite a popular tourist destination. Many people who come here like to hike to the top of the dune to have a stunning view of the crests. But a recent incident at the Big Daddy Dune has put authorities on alert and has left the locals aghast. 3 male tourists were seen posing stark naked on the sandy dune with their clothes lying next to them. Photos and videos of the 3 men have been widely shared on social media, sparking sharp reactions. Shocked by their behavior, angry locals are calling for action against the tourists. Namibia's tourism ministry says the tourists might be blacklisted from entering any of Namibia's parks. Public indecency is punishable by Namibian law. Authorities said the tourists had left the country by the time they received the reports. They also appealed to Namibians to report violations of park regulations immediately for swift action. But some on social media didn't share the same view. They said there was nothing wrong with sunbathing and that the tourists did not bother anyone. Namibia is not the first country to deal with the naked tourist photo phenomenon. Australia's Uluru, Paris's Eiffel Tower, the Great Wall of China, Bolivia's Salar de Uyuni. The list is long. Popular tourist spots and heritage sites across the world have been facing this, and it hasn't been going down well with the locals. A Russian influencer was deported from Bali after posing nude against a 700-year-old tree. There have been a string of cases, fines and deportations in Cambodia and Malaysia as well. Earlier, 4 people were arrested for allegedly taking naked pictures on Malaysia's Mount Kinabalu, considered sacred by tribes who believe that the mountaintop houses the spirits of dead ancestors. 2 Americans were arrested in Cambodia for taking nude photos at the holy Angkor Wat temple. Disrobing at Machu Picchu, a UNESCO World Heritage Site in the Peruvian Andes, has also resulted in several arrests. Rio de Janeiro's Christ the Redeemer statue has also had a nude man posing in front and mimicking its pose. Behavioral analysts say that in many situations, it's social media that drives tourists to use foreign countries as a stage for themselves. The lack of education and being blissfully ignorant about local customs are other reasons. This trend has been continuing for years and shows no signs of abating. Now the collective outrage against it is also rising. While tourists seem to be making the naked photo phenomenon their rite of passage, tourism hotspots are bringing in stricter guidelines to deal with the menace. But shouldn't tourists be more mindful in the first place? After all, the privilege of traveling also brings responsibility. The responsibility of respecting another country, its values, its customs and traditions, and most importantly, its people.
From impeachments to inaugurations, if it's a political story, we are on the scene. The race for the White House is heating up.
We're beating Biden.
How dare he say that?
If it's breaking news, we're live with the latest coverage. From the White House, the State Department, and Capitol Hill, we know the issues, but above all, we know the players to bring you the latest in-depth analysis on all the key stories that we're covering. I'm Eric Ham. Join me from Washington here on Firstpost America.